Alright guys, Tyler down here at Emerald City Guitars with my pick of the day. Now, a few months back, I demoed a 1956 Duo Jet for one of my picks of the day, and I liked it so much I came back for another flavor. This is a 1955 Gretsch Firebird Jet, which in essence is pretty identical apart from the finish. Obviously the regular Duo Jet is black, and this is actually what Gretsch called Oriental Red, so very cool. So as I've said before, the Gretsch Jet is just one of my favorite solid body electric guitar designs. I love it so much, and this is really a prime example. So the only things that have been changed on this guitar are actually the saddle screws on the bridge that just make it a little easier to play. And then also one of the pickup leads has been changed. However, the original lead and the original screws are in the original case. So it's a really, really complete package, just an awesome guitar. So this red is one of the coolest finishes in my opinion. Normally they stay pretty bright, but this one is faded into a really, really gorgeous sort of darker burgundy. That's not something I see often, but I really, really like it on this guitar. Other than that, it's pretty much the usual suspects for a guitar like this. We have the Brazilian rosewood fretboard, really cool rectangular inlays. The later ones would have the humps on the top, but these are the early ones that you want. Of course, the Dynasonic pickups that I know I have just raved about before. I love them so much. Everything, I mean the fret's original, the nut, everything's right there. Even has the original Melita bridge that we all know and love. Just a really cool package, and it sounds great too. So we're playing through a pretty interesting little amp today. It's actually a 1967 Gibson GA5-T. So by this time in the late 60s, Gibson had pretty well established itself as sort of the RC Cola of guitar amplifiers. No one really played them who you knew. You could never get anyone to admit to buying one. They just sort of showed up, and they sort of coasted on that for like 20 years. So they made a lot of them actually, and this is probably one of the more famous ones that they made, the Skylark. So as a little 110 combo, it very much competed for the same demographic as the Princeton Reverb and the Champ from Fender. We all know how that panned out. So this is actually a very late GA5. Gibson would actually discontinue the model the following year in 1968. So they kind of went all out on the aesthetics, as you can see. So probably the most striking aesthetic feature is this vinyl faux Brazilian rosewood faceplate there. It's CITES compliant, so international travel is no problem with it, which I know is a big concern for a lot of people. The faceplate is also sporting one of Gibson's most ridiculous and unsettling logos that they've ever had. It's that sort of weird ball from the side bulging. I don't know, it's weird. The only thing I can say is it must have seemed like a good idea at the time. It's in pretty good, mostly original condition. The speaker has been changed, but whoever changed it put a 50s Jensen in there, which is kind of a cool thing. It is equipped with the original two-prong cord, which always keeps things interesting. So my affairs are in order. I'm feeling lucky. So let's plug it in and let her buck. All right, guys, so there you have it. 1955 Gretsch Firebird Jet through a magnificent 1967 Gibson GA5-T. Down here at DeArmond City Guitars. Come down, check them both out. We'll see you next time.